Let me try headphones. You want to? Out in the middle of my car.
Okay. You can get my shoutings.
Hang on just a second. Is this one?
All right. I think I got the recording to work.
Yeah, it says it. Oh wait, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it says recording over here.
Oh, you like that? No, that's just the name. It did say Caleb S, and I changed it to just recording as the name of the player. So that when somebody looks at it, they're not like, "Oh, why isn't Caleb S playing or Caleb V?"
Did you change audio? No, input.
Hey.
Close the microphone. Try it. Just try it. I'll try talking.
Thank you guys hear? Hello?
No, go back to default.
No, wait, I can like hear myself. Wait, turn off yours. Hello? Can you hear me, Caleb?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, he might still be hearing you.
I think Caleb's on the phone. Wait, Michaela, well, I'm still like hearing yours. I feel like I'm talking and I'm hearing through yours.
Go into a different room, real quick. Take your laptop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's just see if. Do you hear me? Okay, but hang on. Try talking again. Babe. Yeah, see, I still want to hear you. I don't hear you now. Try talking now. Yeah, no, I still don't hear anything. I'm going to refresh for a second. If I can hear you now. Okay, try talking. No, okay, never mind. I still can't hear you. I give up. Got nothing. Sorry. Did you try changing it back to default?
No.
Okay. Why you are confused? Trusting. Rejecting. I'm gonna call you again. You should put up the picture of you in your workplace.
It's a mystery.
Nobody knows. Your ruler's not telling you.
I know. Goodness, it's flatter.
Yeah. I thought it was cute. Well, first I just saw like the picture part. I didn't actually see the like my hero with a little heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw that I was like, oh. Adjusting. My brother. Caitlin has a boyfriend now.
Okay. Hmm?
Caitlin from church. You went to my niece with her that one time.
Oh, Caitlin, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's a buffalo.
Mm-hmm. A buffalo.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You good?
No, not really. But so I got a new vehicle today.
Really?
And yes.
Wait. You got rid of the pilot?
Well, I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Interesting fact. I still own it, and it's so I had a very expensive like remote start for it.
I made an account.
When they put that in, they used the information from my chipped key.
Yeah.
Programmed it into the remote start. Since in the last 10 years, since I haven't used it, the chipped key fell apart. I probably threw the stupid electronic chip out.
Right.
That's okay.
It's going to cost me like $100 to go to the dealer and get a new one made to get the car started. Because right now it's dead in the guy's shop that's taking the remote start out.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He already powered it down. He wiped the remote start of the chip information. So he can't start the vehicle. So yeah.
So you used to have like a rental now?
Right now, no. I mean, my pilot, I didn't trade it in. They only wanted to give me $700 for it. I said I could sell it myself. So yeah, no, I have my new vehicle.
What's your new vehicle?
My new vehicle is a 2015 Toyota 4Runner.
Oh, I knew you were gonna get a 4Runner.
I mean, what? I've been talking about it for 4 years. So,
Are you
that
hearing
is
the conversation, Justin?
that's the vehicle that I've wanted.
Probably a good
Nice. What color did you get? Did you get like the cool, the sand color?
So I found out that color is only available as a special order from the dealer, and in their like their TRD off-road premium, like only the most expensive trim, and only as like buying it direct and waiting 2 months to get it.
Okay.
Hey,
What's
welcome,
up?
Chase.
Splashed off then.
How's it going?
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Awesome.
Same account that I use for everything. So.
Oh, and we lost John.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay, what's it called? Can you? Okay.
Ben said he may be a little bit late. He was getting vehicle stuff. And that is that.
Control panel.
So are you gonna sell your pilot though? Like whenever it's fixed? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm selling it.
All right.
So
47
pretty much
period. 40 period. 26 period. 131. Should I be creating a TeamViewer account? I created accounts. I want this fixed.
Bad idea.
Oh, done.
Too bad.
I want this fixed. So I'm willing. No. The username and password. Oh, I have to make an account, not sign in. I was like, why isn't this working?
Oh no, our awesome game of Pathfinder is on the line.
Our awesome game of Pathfinder is on the line, John says. Sure. Continue. Registration completed. Okay, now what am I doing, Justin? What do I do? Yes, I did. No, I have to download it. Add.
all right.
Okay, add new device. Or add existing. Add new. Okay. So the issue is I have one of those built-in webcams, you know, but nothing even is picking up that I have one. Like not Skype, not Roll20 that we're trying to play Pathfinder on, not anything. And like I think the driver is up to date, and like I thought it like I have the app.
Hey, Michaela.
Yeah.
Can you mute if you're talking on the phone?
Oh, sorry.
You're good. All right. John, are you still there? I'm not showing. Okay. Technical difficulties.
If you're John, you have to be hearing me. So do you want to not hear me, or do you want?
What? Oh, are you guys physically in the same location?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, I just saw John's and I don't see audio from it. No, that's fine.
No, wait, you actually see
sorry,
me?
Justin. What do you need?
I see a thing on my screen for Jonathan S. Like as a player.
Yeah, never mind.
You've got your own.
It's weird.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just.
No, it's weird because like my webcam's turned on and I can see myself, and Michaela can see me on her computer.
Well, not anymore.
Well, that was. It's just makes no sense.
What, Justin?
Chase, what are you planning on using for your character sheet?
I just found one online. It's for Pathfinder. It's got a bunch of shit on there though, which I figured Pathfinder has. It's a.
Cherry shrimp is payment shrimp.
I don't. I can take a picture of it and put it in the group or the message real quick. I got it partially filled out.
There you go. I mean, that's fine. Whatever you have. That way, A, it's a way to save stuff, and
a mini lobster.
B, it's a way that I don't have to ask you every little thing.
Yeah.
Okay, is this actually working?
I just sent a picture in that group chat
On the installation file to start.
of what I got so far. Some stuff in Pathfinder with it, so I figured I'd wait for session.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why I figured we'd start with a session 0, because if everybody's like, I'm going to be a healing cleric, and we have 5 healing clerics, we have a problem like that.
Well, I'm a cleric, but I'm definitely not being a healing cleric. At least that's not the plan, unless somebody wants me to be.
Okay. Hey.
They only want you to be when they get injured.
I think. This feels like cubes are actually fun to buy.
Folder.
That would be a bad decision, Justin. There's a lot better things I could do with it when I have a computer that's fully functional except for working. But it is so. I know it's slow. Hey, run. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna mute myself again.
Okay. Hey.
Hello.
Welcome.
So Hannah should be here soon.
All right. Bless you.
What's happening?
Here we go. Hey Ben, I got a Google Drive folder set up. If you have access to it and want to throw your character sheet up there,
Send me a link to it.
it should be in the chat there. Let me see. From Mr. Recording, I will repost it. I've got a player account on my desktop. So hopefully we can get.
How do I move it from Mythweavers to?
Can you export it like as a PDF?
I have no idea.
Can you export it as a JPEG?
How do you export things?
I have never used Mythweaver, so I do not know. So, not a big deal, but if you figure it out or get a chance, that we can have all the sheets up in one place. Like I said, I've got. I had yours somewhere. I think it's still in the game room.
That's a link to my sheet. I don't know if you can go straight to it from that or not.
Just send. Let's see. Enduros?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm keeping that name or not.
I can save as a web page.
I think I might go with Hector. So you can get to it.
I can see it. Let's see what it. Oh, that did not work.
So, basing it off of other classes and stuff, the biggest advantage it gives me is my movement. It starts off pretty slow, but as I progress, it'll increase exponentially. Oh, I think Hannah's here.
Yeah, that's the driveway.
All right, give me 1 second.
Hey, Caleb.
Yes.
Do you have that splitter?
Oh, the audio splitter?
Yeah. Well, you know, is my audio okay?
Yeah.
All right, then yeah, we won't use it then. Oh, let me send you a picture of my character if I haven't already. Where's my phone?
That's true. I will need pictures.
Well, I'm happy to make them. There you go. I sent it.
So John, I like your character already. His highest skill is Intimidate, one of my favorite.
Whose?
Chase's character.
His highest skill is Intimidate?
Chase's.
That's awesome.
Pizza.
I was trying to think. Yes, I do. Thank you. For the Inquisitor, if it'd be more fun to make Charisma my lowest level, would that be more fun? So I'm an awful Inquisitor.
Isn't that your spellcasting modifier?
No, Wisdom is my spellcasting
Oh,
modifier.
okay.
All right. Yeah, Hannah, if you got a character sheet.
I do not. I wanted to make sure. I want to do what's best for the party. So if like John or Michaela came back with like a healer, then I would change. But
John, are you there, or Michaela? Are they here?
They were. Michaela muted her mic, and they're both on the same one just because she was talking to her tech support guy,
Mhm.
trying to get her video set. Save as.
I don't know roles and stuff.
How can either of them figure this out?
Is it ENDUROS? Oh well, that's what it is.
What?
Your character's spelling of your name. I wasn't sure. And
ENDORROS. Although I was thinking I would just change it to Hector. Hick.
Okay.
Hector.
I have the picture. Alright. Do you have any dice here?
Right. Ben, you can't save that as a PNG directly, can you?
I have no idea.
Okay. That's one of those. The format you gave it to me, I can't put it up directly. I got it.
What do I do with my phone?
I can screenshot it.
No, here it is as a PNG. Let me try that.
Where'd you get the mouse, actually?
Yeah.
Chase, do you have a character image?
No, I did not get that far.
Okay. Not a problem. There we go.
Put it on the other side. Oh. Move that blanket so you can put your pizza back there. Oh, mouse pad too. I'm sorry. I'll get it.
Alright, so what do I roll for my
46. And you subtract the lowest. And if you like, is the pencil still there? You can write it down like I did.
Oh, I do 46.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Damn.
That's a, what is it?
5, 5, 6, 2.
So that's 16.
Yeah.
And I got 16 for first roll.
Nice.
My wisdom. Boop, 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 boop. 9, 12.
So the idea is that my dragon will be smaller than 1 square because it's tiny.
Gotcha.
Look at this roll. 3 1s and a 4.
Oh no.
Charisma,
You're
guys.
paying the price.
I have a 6 in charisma. So bad.
That's terrible.
That's bad too. It's even worse. Okay.
5? Technical difficulties with the dice.
Okay, I got 116.
Hey, John and or Michaela, are you guys there?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's a little better. Hey, what's up?
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, that's
All right. Michaela, I'm getting feedback on myself.
Hang on. How do you get feedback of yourself?
Is your sound really loud?
Is it better now?
Hello? Yes, I do not hear myself anymore.
Sweet.
Only the voices in my head. So
I was gonna ask John and Michaela, do you guys know what you're gonna be yet?
What are you guys?
I'm a dragon.
He'll do mostly like fighting.
Yeah, I'm like a brawler.
A brawler? Okay, so I'm not going to be a fighter then.
You can be whatever you want, Michaela.
Yeah, I can still do whatever I want.
Yeah,
You do whatever you
Anna is
want.
probably going to be a spellcaster, and Chase is probably going to be a spellcaster. But right now, I'm the only brawler.
Specifically,
I'm kind of a brawler.
But I'm happy to see
cleric.
Wait, Chase, what are you?
Like a death dealing cleric.
Ben.
Are you a war priest?
Ben,
Yeah,
listen to John.
Ben, I'm probably gonna be a fighter again. Be like half orc.
you're going to be a half-orc fighter.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what do we need? I can just fill the void. I don't really care what I'll be.
No, you can do you.
I don't mind running on the team.
You could be a rogue.
This is the same exact problem we had last time.
I know, yeah. You can't
I was like, what do we need? And then it was like a rogue or a ranger.
Have you looked over all the classes?
Yeah,
Because there are a lot more.
Pathfinder has a lot more classes, and they've got like hybrid classes.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I on?
I haven't. No, I'm sorry. My brother is remotely controlling my laptop to try to fix my webcam right now. So, yeah. Speaking of, Justin, how's it coming?
But yeah, Michaela, have you looked over the Pathfinder classes? Because they are
No,
different.
I have not. I will.
All right. So I have got a ton of stuff for session 0. I just wanted to run through. If you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get going with that.
Sure.
Michaela and John, are you guys ready? You need 5 minutes, or what's the?
Ready for what?
Well, I've got like some stuff I want to go over just as our session 0, kind of to provide a baseline, make sure we're all on the same page, or at least know where people are coming from. And
yeah, we can listen to you. I
Okay.
just don't have control of my computer right now.
Cool. So I just want to go over this stuff, and we're going to speed through a lot of it, but feel free to stop me if you're like, hey, this is how I want to do something, or that's bullcrap. I don't want to do that. So that's fine. Nothing is like set in stone. I just wanted to kind of talk about it before we start into our game. So running through real quick, earning XP. I want to do like a medium speed campaign with additional XP for any achievements, or obviously you're gonna get, like, if you avoid combat, you're still gonna get XP for that. If you are just an awesome role player and you're like, hey, we did this really well, like XP for that. So if we have time, what I want to do at the end is do the whole like, what did you do that was awesome and why, and then give additional XP for that. And unless there's some specific reason not to, we'll just give it to everybody playing. So everybody would level up in between sessions. Not going to use milestones at this point. Yeah, and again, everybody's going to level. If you get your points for leveling, just level in between sessions. If you can, send me your character sheets. That'd be awesome. Again, running through these: alcohol, I really don't care. Narcotics, I really don't care, as long as you can play. Cell phones, digital devices, it's not really applicable to a digital online campaign. I don't think we'll have problems with disruptive topics, just because it's not. I don't think it'll be an issue. But oh, so here's one: unannounced dice rolls. If we can, are you guys all using physical dice? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So if you can, let me know what you're rolling for before you roll it. Even better yet, wait to be like, if you guys want to just narrate through some stuff, like I'm happy to narrate through some things instead of being like, you know, I'm a 12th level sail maker and I want to make a sail. All right, well, you can just do that and just say you make a sail. We're not going to make you roll for it.
Roll the sails. Now that I know that's an option.
But if you're sneaking into the den of a dragon and you're like, I am sneaking stealthily and I'm hiding behind these rocks, okay, now go ahead and roll me a stealth roll and then roll and tell me what just give me the total. I don't need to know what's in the die unless it's a natural 20 or natural 1. And for the most part, I really don't even want to do natural 1s and natural 20s on skills. So here's one for you guys. Dice rolls against each other. How do you guys want to do that? My thought is kind of, as long as it's agreed upon ahead of time or somebody doesn't like say, well, I'd rather not. A case where that might come into point is like if Ben's character is lying to Chase's character and Chase says, I want to sense motive on Ben. So the downside is once you roll sense motive on him and he rolls his deception check or whatever, then that's it. Your character believes it for, forever. But if you just say like, I think he's lying to me, you can think he's lying to you and not ever roll that die against a player. Mm-hmm. Again, any input, thoughts on player versus player rolling?
So, I like that myself. I mean, I don't intend to be a dick about it, but I think it adds more to the game.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it as long as both players are like know what's happening and are going to be cool with it ahead of time. So you can't just and we'll come into this later too. But taking a player's
sorry, go ahead.
Taking a player's agency, so you can't be like you're just constantly like spell casting control person on your other like. So at some point, if they're cool with that, yeah. If they're not cool with it, then
I mean, you only have so many spells per day, though.
Yeah. Again, it's just trying to address everything before we really get to it. So as long as players are cool with it, absolutely, we'll be rolling against each other if the opportunity comes up. But the other option is to not roll and then use what your character feels or believes, and then just go with that role playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was something like what you suggest or what you said, like that would be in Chase's court whether or not he wanted to roll.
Right.
Like that's just up to him, I would think.
Yeah. So like you could lie to him and he could be like, I want to roll that, or I don't want to roll that. I think you're lying and I'm just gonna think you're lying. I'm not gonna roll it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So the other one is player versus player tension between the party. Absolutely, I don't have a problem with that unless you guys do. If your character hates that character, as long as you people are cool with it and your characters hate each other, that's fine. Like if you hate somebody, like you're like, John, I just hate you, like because I hate you. Like, that's a different problem. We'll deal with that differently. Player character secrets, awesome. Yes, in limited cases, for the most part, if we can, I'd prefer stuff be a secret, but the players know about it, so we can all be in on the joke. But it's like Ben's character still doesn't realize that Michaela is actually, like whatever she is, and he still thinks she's this. So it's like everybody knows that she's hiding the secret from him, but his character doesn't know. I think that's fun for the most part, and not actually having secrets where nobody knows. But there's still limited cases where absolutely we can do that. So here's another one. We'll just go through everybody left to right. Player expectations, goals, diversity. So again, going through Hannah, if you just want to start real quick in like a sentence or two, your expectation for the game, what you expect, what you don't expect, what you want out of it, what you don't want out of it.
Okay. Ideally,
along for the ride is an option too. I mean,
yeah, go along for the ride. It's cool to hang out with John and Michaela over the internet. And Chase.
What?
It's cool to hang out with you guys since you live so far away.
And then again, if you had to pick in between the like, I'm here to be an actor and do funny voices and role play and could never care if I roll a die, versus the opposite end of like, I just want to roll dice and kill stuff.
I'm in the middle. I'm
Okay.
more towards the rolling dice than the role play, but I think it can be more fun if people get into the role play. So
Okay.
I'll work on it.
Awesome. Ben?
D&D is about making heroes, so that's my goal. I'll be a hero.
Awesome. Anything else? Role play versus rolling dice. If you had to
Role play.
What?
Roll. I lean more towards role play, but I'm definitely not opposed to rolling dice. I mean, rolling dice is what the game is. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, it's giving two extremes and just trying to get some input from everybody. Chase?
I guess I kind of expect. I kind of made a little bit of a darker character, but he's like the what is that? He worships the god of war, so I was hoping for maybe a little more gray area type thing, and I lean towards role play, but I like rolling dice as well.
Okay.
As long as everybody's okay with that kind of concept.
Yeah.
Kind of gray area.
Jonathan?
Sorry. I'm here. Yeah. Sorry. All right. So my expectations, obviously, new player. So learn a bit more about Pathfinder. We only did one session. I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more, I guess, free range, so we can kind of do our. I don't know. I was hoping like us as the players, we can kind of dictate what we want to do, and not have, have a dictator DM. Caleb, that's my expectations, and that's what I'm giving you. So.
All right.
See, I'll be honest. I am probably a little bit more just kind of want to roll stuff and kill things, but I mean, I guess if we do, my expectations are held to the fact if we're going to run it ourselves, then a little role playing probably would be pretty fun. If we were kind of in a little, I don't know, or an organic situation, we can kind of work it out as a team and figure it out ourselves and kind of role play through it. And then I would enjoy that. But mostly just learning the game though. That's my thing, and hanging out with Ben and Hannah as well.
And Chase. Everybody loves Chase.
Stop. Right. So,
Michaela?
all right, Michaela, you're up. Sorry.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You're up. Expectations.
Have fun. Hang out with you guys.
Know about the game. No, socializing.
This
isn't a daycare.
You're the worst.
Not a daycare.
At that time, all my characters had pretty good roles.
I don't really think I have any. I would rather it be like more exciting than diplomatic, I guess.
Okay.
But that's a personal preference, and I really don't care if there's. I mean, it's probably good to have diplomatic things, but.
Awesome.
And then Dragon Rod?
What? Yeah, Ben's dragon. So a lot of the advice that I got online watching the YouTubes and podcasts and stuff was run a pre-made campaign, as your first one. So obviously everybody knows I've never been a DM before, and I got this so I don't have to try and create everything from scratch, and I kind of have like a cheat guide where I can watch somebody else that's played through certain encounters or certain things ahead of time to give me a better idea. From what I have read, there is a ton of stuff in the Rise of the Runelords campaign, so there's definitely a lot of killing stuff. There's a decent amount of downtime. There's intrigue, and there's plots, and I will do what I can to get that stuff right. That may be part. I think that may be some of the hardest stuff for me, is to try and get that stuff out there, and the feeling for that. But the advantage of having a pre-made campaign is that I'm not making it up as I go completely. I've got a basis to fall back on. So another thing is, let's talk about like player discomfort. If anything's going to happen in this game that you're like, I'm totally not cool with this, or feel free. And the big key, and I've got this written down again, is like, please just let me know as the DM. Feel free. I don't know how to like send private messages in this, Ben, if you do.
I just send private messages on Facebook.
Okay. But yeah, feel free. Like I've got my phone on mute, so like I should still see it if you send me a text directly, or if you give me something on Facebook, like I'll get it eventually. I don't have it like up in front of me all the time. But the key to anything is like communication and working together, so we're all having a fun time and creating a fun story, being heroes, going killing stuff, rolling dice. So another thing, player agency as a GM. I want to say it's not a guarantee. So like some of the stuff they give in here is like if a player gets possessed with some kind of mind control thing, like I'm not going to like take your character forever, but I want to throw that out there that like there's, the possibility of you losing some control over your character if your character gets turned to stone or becomes a werewolf. Like there's stuff that could take away your player agency. And so just throwing that out there. And again, if somebody's like, that's bullcrap, I don't ever want that to ever happen, so let me know. Balance and fairness. So the goal is to give you guys a fun time, get you guys to be heroes, get you guys to actually go against things that you should be able to take on. But as John said, I do kind of want it to feel like it's a pre-made world. There's stuff out there that player one characters can't handle, and if you decide to go storm the Mountain of the Dragon at level 1, like you're probably gonna die, and that's okay. We'll roll new characters. So, but yeah, given like when you get that like this is probably a bad idea, like your character may die. I don't want to ever kill anybody's character, like just out of like, I don't like you, I'm going to kill your character. But I want it to feel like there's a possibility of that to happen. Otherwise, if there's no possibility of defeat, like then the whole thing is, why do
There's
it?
stake.
So, exactly. There's real stakes. Rules debates. Again, I don't see this being a problem at all. But I'm gonna try to keep stuff going. If we come up against something, like I'll be like, all right, use advantage, use disadvantage, or you just roll a d20 and I'll tell you if you get it or not, and we'll go from there. And if you're like, hey, actually the rules say like I'm all about the rules. I like Pathfinder because it's complicated and has tons of rules. I don't know all of them by 10,000 miles, but if there's something like that, feel free to message me later and we'll figure it out. But for the sake of keeping the story going and keeping the game going, we're going to try to just keep going through it. If there is something where you're like, hey, my character died because you ran that wrong, then yeah, let me know right away and we'll get that fixed. Like that's that. But if it's not like a huge thing like that, then let's just get through it and we'll figure it out later and we'll learn together. Spotlight sharing. Again, I think it's rare, but if we've got one character has a special thing, like there may be times when it's like, hey, it's all about this one character for right now. So that may happen. Again, I think it'll be more rare. Don't split the party, keep the party together, and we'll keep moving as a party through the game. Meta knowledge. So I don't like metagaming. And again, the Rise of the Runelords. There's tons of stuff about the world out there. So, and if you guys knew everything about it and I didn't know, then that kind of makes things harder. If possible, don't be like, as soon as you see like the little icon come on the screen and you're like, oh, that's a basilisk, it'll turn you to stone. And people are like, what? Spoiler alert. Like so if your character would know, absolutely, like in character do that. But if there's no way that your character would have known some weird obscure thing, and if you're ever in doubt, if you're like, this is kind of obscure, like my character might know it because he's got this, just go ahead and say like, hey, what would I know about this character, and then roll nature, knowledge, or whatever. I don't want to do that a ton, but we'll try to do that a little bit. Min-maxing and like weird stuff like that, like I'm totally for like you build your characters how you want to build them, as long as it's in character. So ask yourself like, what would my character do? Like, don't just take this weird, you know, feat because you're like, oh, it will give me 10 more points in this and that's awesome. Like, well, if it doesn't make sense for your character to be a space ranger, you know, and he's like, so again, just try to make it, you know, in your character.
I think if the opportunity presents itself.
As long as you can justify it with your character, that's what I care about. So, you know, as long as it fits your character. Character party fit, it's a social game. So if somebody like rolled up this character and you're like, I'm Batman and I never talk to anyone and I sit in the shadows and I don't work with, like, okay, that's great. You can do that on your own, but we have to work as a party. Otherwise this game doesn't really work. So, murder hobos. If you guys want to be murder hobos, I will run that game. That is, you know, that is a legitimate choice, and we can do that. But you know, give it a shot to maybe, you know, try to get through some of the story without killing everyone. You know, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe, you know, like you don't have to kill everyone.
I heard yes.
You guys use your spells to like light a dumpster on fire. A bunch of hobos run out of it.
I have fire breath for that.
There you go. Yeah. Lighting dumpsters on fire with homeless people in it.
Yeah.
So
we're doing that.
Literal dumpster fire.
And even though like I have the Rise of the Runelords stuff, I didn't like pay money for it. So if you guys get into session 3 and you're just like, this is stupid, we just want to go kill stuff and burn towns down, we'll go kill stuff and burn towns down. That's, you know, again, that's the player's choice, and I'm not gonna like try to make you guys do something you don't want to do.
It's just one continent, so you could have a ship that goes across the continent.
Yeah.
To the next one.
But like, yeah, if you guys are gonna kill like the main, you know, guy of a town or something, like then stuff is gonna, you know, revolve around that. Things are gonna happen. People are gonna be looking for the guys that killed some dude, and that could end up turning you into murder hobos. Again, for keeping things going, you know, I may make rulings on the spot just to keep things moving, and then we'll figure out the correct way to do it later, which is cool. Player absences. I have a, you know, work 1 day, off 2 days type job, so we're not going to be able to do every Friday or whatever. I'll try to post stuff up in the Facebook group, or, you know, I'll make a new group or however. Okay, so that's another question. What's the best way to communicate with everybody here that actually works? If we want to schedule our next game, how do you guys want to?
I would say stick with Facebook.
All right.
Good.
If that works with everybody, then we'll use Facebook, and we can use the messaging or put up a poll, and then people can pick, you know, what days work. If I put up 7 days and Jonathan is like, this is bullcrap, none of these days work for me, like we may have to play a day without Jonathan. But if we're missing 2 people, then we're not going to play. So I don't want to have to not play for 2 months because somebody's got something going on in their life. But again, just trying to get through some of this stuff. What else we got? Player narrative authority. Like, you guys absolutely have some narrative authority. If you're like, my character would do this, and then you narrate through it, like, awesome. Let's do that. But we're creating this story together. Don't think that I'm the only one that could, you know, narrate through things. On the same. Hold on 1 second. Ben, are you running a fan?
It's our heater.
Oh, okay.
Radiator didn't make any noise.
I know. All right, so probably gonna try for more gender norms. It's a thing on here. Again, I don't think it's an issue. Racism and prejudice is totally a thing in a fantasy setting, so that may come into play, and one guy may hate orcs or something. I don't know. That's
Crazy.
That's a thing that could happen. Slavery is again a thing that can happen in a fantasy world. But again, always just talk to me if there's something that we get into that you're like, I just don't want to, I don't want to role play through this. I don't want to be part of this. Like, let me know and we can work around it. It's not a problem. As long as we talk about it. I don't want to lose some player because you're like, oh, you had a guy that was racist against, this person and that offended me and I'm going to leave. Like, so I don't want to lose players because of something stupid in game. Just let me know if something's bothering you. Character stats. I think everybody started to roll their characters. Like, as long as you're using one of the, in the book, core rule book approved ways of making a character, go for it. Make your character. If you want to use a 20-point buy, Hannah, if your rolls are horrible and you're like, I would rather use a 20-point buy, like you can.
What is a 20-point buy?
I've never done it because it seems less interesting, but you get so many points and you get to put them in, and I think you basically, I think it's just you get 20 points that you can put in your different stats. So you can do a 15-point buy or a 20-point buy. I'd be fine with a 20-point buy. So again, you have to double check the book for that, but that's like.
But I think it could be fun. I'm going with it.
Yeah. All right.
My wisdom's decent. I don't care about anything else.
Plus, you get pluses to stuff too.
It's fine.
Alignment's not going to be like a super huge thing, but if it affects your ability to do stuff, then we'll try to keep that. Before I forget too, in Rise of the Runelords, there is a mechanic for like sins and good deeds. So if you do something that's like really, really horrible or something that's really, really good, that may actually come into the game later on and affect your character. It's not like going to be like super fast, but I think it's like 7, major things could really push your character one way or the other and make a difference in the way you can use your character. So keep that in mind. So custom rules and like using stuff out of the core rulebook, absolutely go for it. I mean, Ben's a freaking dragon, so that's not in the core rulebook. But if you guys can, let me know, talk to me ahead of time. You're like, hey, I want to do this thing that's in this dude's webpage, and it's a special ability. Like, okay, cool, let's talk about it. Make sure I know what we're doing first, so that I can plan appropriately. Races and classes, that's all good stuff. Like I said, you guys are mostly. We may use inspiration tokens later. Like, it's like, hey, that's awesome role playing. You're going to get a D6 you can roll later and add to whatever you want, which is cool. But like I said, we'll talk about that if it comes into play later. Stealth. If you can use like a narrative, I'd prefer like a narrative type thing for whatever you're doing. If you're so stealth is just one where it's like, if you're in the middle of the desert, how are you stealthing? Not just I roll stealth. Again, I'd rather see like a narration of how you're doing it, and then if I think you need to, then we'll say, all right, you're gonna roll for stealth for that. And I think we are getting close to the end.
Hand me a piece of pizza.
Oh my gosh, that'd be kind of amazing.
So, like I said, death of your player character death is a possibility.
So much worse.
If there's in-game mechanics for resurrection, we may use those.
Nice pizza, Ben.
Kind of like the Matt Mercer style of resurrection, if that ever comes to it. Other than that, so Rise of the Runelords is a heroic campaign. Again, if we're going to continue with this, your character in some way needs to be a hero. It doesn't mean you need to be a lawful good Boy Scout, but in some way you're a hero in this world is the general goal. Using Roll20, good stuff. So for making your characters, one of the things your characters need to be is, for some reason, going to Sandpoint for the Swallowtail Festival, which is the grand opening of this cathedral. I don't know if that. I think it might have said that in the player pack that I sent out. If anybody read it, but that's kind of like where if you're building your backstory, that's kind of where you're going to head into the campaign and kind of start into meeting each other, and we'll start the game. Again, I'm new to being a GM. I'm new to this, so don't feel like I know everything, because I certainly don't. So I had written down like it's an open world with consequences. So like going to the Lich Mountain and killing him at level 2 probably isn't going to happen. That is all I have. Thanks for putting up with running through that. Questions, comments, concerns, anything anyone wants to add, questions you want to ask ahead of time.
Not questions. I think I might be a ninja.
Yeah, I think I might be a samurai. I was looking through this and
I picked ninja first.
and then I saw samurai. I was like, oh man, I
A
don't know.
ninja and a samurai.
Wouldn't that make you guys mortal enemies, though?
Oh,
It
yeah.
would. It would, which would make this a very diverse group. Yeah, but then I could be like, I could just say a bunch of quotes from like Godzilla. I could be like, oh, let them fight.
Only one can survive.
I picked ninja first, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, but I mean, samurais are warriors of peace, So
What's a ninja?
ninja is like a farmer hostile.
Excuse me? Well, I did live on a farm, so
They're
we're not
untrained.
completely incorrect there.
They're the Iowa ninja.
The Iowa ninja.
All right.
Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, we kind of derailed that.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. Now I'm actually looking for like a ninja here, like to see if I can have totally.
Well, I found a samurai that's dressed like Captain America, and I kind of
I
like
want to
that.
be a female ninja.
How can you tell?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a ninja?
With boobs.
No, if you're
Good point.
all right.
You're not looking at those.
Oh, so other
Charisma, that's not good. That's
Well, yeah, they'd be there. It'd be
scheduling wise, what works for you guys? Like I said, if I'm off for the day, I'm off for the whole day.
When?
I know Ben and Hannah, work early in the morning, have to be up. So like what time would work? I said I think we've tentatively got another game scheduled for next Friday. Again, it's a Friday I'm available. Again, just going left to right, Ben and Hannah, what works for you guys?
My schedule may flip soon. I don't know.
I mean that.
It might not.
All right.
No.
So
Well, we both get off typically at least an hour early on Fridays, so that helps. So we could do like 4, not like 5 to 8, 9 on a Friday.
Okay, so I mean we'll take it week by week too, but just so I have an idea. So but like next Friday would work for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase?
I think
Yeah.
so.
What time do you guys want to start?
Right around the
Can
time
we
we
do
start.
later than this?
well. So I mean,
John has Bible study at
yeah,
this
I
time.
have like
so he skipped Bible study this week, but
Oh no.
We have corrupted him already. Dungeons and Dragons is evil indeed.
What's about?
This
Did you
is
tell
called-
him you're going to work magic and everything instead of going to Bible study?
Yeah.
He's like, I have a
I need to
necromancer.
go to this. I need to summon demons.
Hey, Chase, what are you again? Are you a cleric
Like a necromancer.
Yeah, cleric.
or a war priest?
It's cleric for the god of war, Gorum.
So just like a straight cleric then.
Yeah,
Are you going to have healing magic?
Yeah, it's a cleric.
not much.
All right, never mind.
Like my domains are destruction and glory.
All right, cool.
Oh,
so not healing.
Can I give any healing to people?
I've got healing.
Okay, that's good.
Like I can stabilize people that have died.
That's
You can bring us back to life.
We'll just carry around your stabilized corpse until we can
Yeah.
get healed. That's cool.
Yeah.
And it depends on how valiantly you died, if you'd want to do it or not. So I mean,
So I guess first question is, what time is everybody good till tonight? And then we'll figure out where we're going.
Well, it's
from
Friday.
here.
I don't have to work in the morning, so
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah.
However long.
Whenever.
Doesn't matter to me.
I like that.
For
Do you know
tonight.
how late I have played Dead of Winter?
Yeah, that's not gonna work for me.
It is the only game that has kept me up. I think it was like 4 o'clock in the morning or something stupid with Paul Smith. Like that was insane.
I'm in the comfort of my own home. I can handle it.
All right, Chase,
I'm good for however long.
Going to bed at some point.
John,
Are we talking about tonight?
Yeah.
tonight. Yes.
We're gonna play tonight.
If you guys are good with it and you want to, like I said, we can kind of have a soft start. You guys can try some stuff out. We'll throw some things at you to walk through stuff mechanically. If you don't have a character with skills, then you're just going to be, at base and use standard weapons as it just to get a feel for it, get your feet wet. And then if you want to come back next week with a more fleshed out character, that's awesome. So. Unless you're like, I've got to go at 7 o'clock. Like, what are you talking about? It's 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time for,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Chase, where are you, by the way?
Texas.
Texas. Awesome.
Okay,
Hour before.
Where in Texas are you?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Oh, so I have family in Fort Worth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What part of Fort Worth?
That's a good question. My aunt lives on Clearwater Drive, if you know what that is.
I've been to a Clearwater Drive. Now I don't know if it's the same one.
I'm trying to think of like what I know that's around there. Nope, I got nothing.
There's a lot of cities in Fort Worth.
I know.
Caleb, did you see I sent another picture to you?
Yes, I saw it. The Captain America Samurai.
You found the picture of Captain America Samurai?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
Pretty
Hold
cool.
on, I have to reset here. My screen's locking up.
We have to figure out what time works best for recording over there too. Can't forget about him.
Okay.
Caleb.
Yes.
We only have to figure out what time works best for Mr. Recording over there.
He is good to go. Let me check on him here.
I should decide which number.
Oh, you know what? See, I'm already a bad genius. I've already completely forgot an entire player and not addressed him. He's actually been triggered this entire time by this whole thing, and he can't handle it.
All right, we'll just chalk it up as a rookie mistake on your part.
I was watching Grog's campaign where he's like, "It's awesome because as Grog, I can be wrong all the time and it's in character." I'm like, "That's perfect."
John, you're familiar with Grog, kind of?
No, what's that?
You watched that thing. He was the door knocker. All right, never mind.
Sorry, Ben.
Don't worry about it.
All right, let me see if I can get a character up here. All right, Chase, do you have a? That's right. I asked you already. You don't have a character image, which is fine. We'll give you something. All right. So, assuming that you are all headed to the village of Sandpoint for the Swallowtail Festival, which is coming up in a day or two here. And again, no pressure. But Ben, I know you wrote a little bit of the story of your guy. If you wanna share that, we'll start with you.
Sure. Let me look it up. What I wrote.
You were the last
I
one.
got it right here. Okay, so long ago, in a wild land far across the sea to the west of Varisia, There was a mighty battle between gold and red dragons, protectors and destroyers, law and chaos. The mountains trembled and the sea boiled as their battle raged on, but in the end it was the red dragon who had the advantage of age that bested the gold. By some rare twist of fate, or perhaps it was providence of the gods, a single gold dragon egg escaped the red dragon's notice. Years later, it was found by a scavenger and sold to a merchant. It was transported in a merchant vessel along with many other treasures and rarities, but the ship fell to a storm. It was taken aboard a rowboat in the high seas, but the boat's occupants also perished, dehydrated after too long without rescue. But the golden dragon egg, magical in nature, sustained the life within. The boat floated aimlessly until it finally washed ashore upon the sands of the city of Sandpoint, at the bottom of a cliff where the city threw its trash called Junk Beach. It was there that fate decided that the egg should hatch, and a golden dragon was born. Hector. Hector, the gold dragon hatchling, made his home in the old lighthouse rubble, either hiding from or scaring off anyone who intruded in his home. He lived off the scraps of the city and fish he caught on Chopper's Isle. Hector spends his time fighting with goblins over bits of trash, hoarding pewter and brass knickknacks discarded by the city, and occasionally doing good deeds for the townsfolk, protecting stray children from goblins. So generally I hide, but being a good dragon and helpful to the people of the town, those that know I exist, keep my secret for now. Yeah. So just so far as role-playing, as we progress, metallic dragons are considered good by most and probably valuable by others. Though once I'm bigger, there will be fewer inclined to attempt to subjugate me, dragons being dangerous as they are. Peasants might be fearful or superstitious, but only the ignorant would mistake a metallic dragon for a chromatic one. So the chromatic dragons are the bad ones, and the metallic dragons are the good ones.
All right. If you want to show us on the map, just press and hold with your left clicker where you came from.
I came from way over on the far side of the sea, but I'm in Sandpoint now.
So far side of the sea, so like off map somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
I mean, I wouldn't even know. My character wouldn't know because I was an egg at the time.
Okay.
Whenever pull your head out of the game to ask.
All right. If anybody else has background on their character they want to share, feel free. Do not. I mean, again, it's session 0. You don't have to, but if you've got it.
As far as I was told by my god to come to the land, to the festival, for, he didn't really specifically say why, whether it's to further his cause or to find glory, but that's as far as I've gotten with my character, as far as backstory.
All right. And how would you be headed to the village of Sandpoint?
I think a boat.
Okay. Coming in by boat. Jonathan?
Yeah.
Tell
I got nothing right
about
now.
your samurai
Nothing?
character that you just now came up with.
I'm in the same boat. I don't got anything yet.
Literally, John and Michaela are in the same boat as Chase, coming over to Sandpoint. It is amazing. Like, that just happened. Hannah, where are you?
So I think I probably found Hector when he was super little. He was like, I found a dragon buddy. And I'm using him in my Wizard to try and be intimidating, but it's failing hard because I have no charisma and he's like this big.
Yeah, I'm a foot long, and then my tail is a foot long, so I'm 2 feet total, but my body is only a foot.
Awesome. Again, just to reiterate, nothing here is going to be like super canon. If you come back and you're like, no, my character would have been doing this. I wrote this awesome backstory, and this is what I want. Okay, fine. Well, it's fine. So we're just going to play with it as now. So Hannah and Ben's characters are already in the lovely village of Sandpoint.
Hector's in my backpack.
So this is my house up here. The old light. That's
How
where
is
I hide.
breaking into a house?
It's not a house. It's ruins where I
That's
hide.
where you live.
Oh, okay. Just curious. I have dragons
All right.
homeowners.
But this is Junk Beach down here. It's where goblins like raid and stuff. Which I never added that, but like I have a trait because of that from the material you sent out.
Awesome. Sweet. So, where would the ship come in? Let's go ahead and find.
Probably Sandpoint Harbor.
Let me get on the. There it is. All right. So Chase, Jonathan, and Michaela, and eventually I will learn your characters' names. Chase, do you have a character name?
Caden Grimm.
Caden Grimm. All right. So arriving in your little ship, which happens to be right there in the docks, is there anything that you want to do?
Let me see what the names are. I guess just I'll step out of the boat and start walking down the street.
Okay.
Towards
totally.
What time of day is it?
It's going to be early morning still.
Okay.
Boats just arrived with the three of you on there.
I suppose I'll go to the inn or the what's it called? To the ale house. Just kind of see if there's any news happening, anything going on.
Excellent. So you get sent down to River and Market Street, which is about right there, which is the Rusty Dragon Inn. Is where you'd be headed. It's a lively city with a lot going on. People seem to still be kind of in this frenzied, somewhat panicked, but in a good way, getting ready for the Swallowtail Festival that's coming up. Jonathan, Michaela, what are you guys doing? Your ship just arrived.
Yeah, we're at Sandpoint Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this even at on my map?
Yeah, zoom out. So go a little lower.
How do I go lower?
Down by 33.
Right there, Sandpoint Harbor. 33.
33.
All right. Well, Samurai Jack gets off, steps on the harbor, kind of breathes the fresh air. That's not his name. I'm going to come up with a better name.
You don't want to be Joe Smith?
All right. You said people are kind of frantic-y.
Not frantic in a bad way, but there's a lot going on. Everyone's busy carrying things, moving about, hustle and bustle. Even more so than would be normal for a small harbor like this. And you would normally see some people moving around the harbor, but it's like New York City right before the ball is dropping. I mean, there's way more people than this village can hold. It's packed to the gills. There's ships coming in, offloading. There's a lot going on at the harbor right now.
All right. Is there like a harbor master?
Yes, there is.
All right. I think I would talk to him and just try to see what the hustle and bustle is.
So you will find him, and he will tell you that the Swallowtail Festival is nearing, and everyone's getting ready. There's people from all over the land that are coming in. The temple has been rebuilt, and everyone's very excited about it. And there's going to be a big ceremony. It's going to be a big deal. Kind of like a a big street party and free food and all kinds of stuff is going to be happening.
Free. All right.
So, and then he goes back about his business. He's very busy. Doesn't have time to talk to you.
Okay, but I get his. He works for a living. All right.
And
Okay. Is Michaela's turn now, or do I still?
anybody can go, but yeah, Michaela, jump in there.
You're a ninja, so.
I am a ninja. I was stowawayed on board.
Awesome.
John told me I was cleaning up the side of the boat, so I'm going to uncling from the side of the boat and hop off to a normal deck.
All right. So are you in like your awesome ninja garb?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Put like your hood down.
I'm like inconspicuous, I should say.
Sweet. So as you're clinging to the side of this boat, you're gonna jump off onto the pier. Do you care if anybody sees you jumping off this boat and just landing on the pier, or are you trying to do this?
No.
Not really. Okay.
No. That was my end goal.
So you're good. You're here.
Yeah.
People look really strangely at you, and again, they're too busy. There's too much going on for them to even really care about you. And they just you can blend into the crowd and move along if you wish.
Great. I see her and I immediately run up and I'm like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Oh no.
I'm not joking.
I don't know yet.
Like, this isn't Japan.
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Are you Chinese or Japanese?
All right. So this figure approaches you and demands answers of you. And what do you look like, Hannah? Describe your character, if you would.
All right, so I'm leaning towards an ASMR. So I look like a human, but I'm a little taller than you would expect, a little bulkier, and super hot because I'm an ASMR. And you're just flabbergasted.
For those of us that are not initiated into the ASMR, you want to tell us what that is?
It's like a half celestial being.
Okay. And what is your character's name, if you have one?
I don't have one.
No, again, not a problem. All right. And Ben, where is the small golden dragon during all this?
I'm hiding in her backpack.
Awesome. You have a backpack with a dragon in it.
The backpack dragon.
So Michaela, do you just kind of blow this crazy lady off and just walk away, or do you engage her?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I was not really listening. I was looking at my character.
It's just like I'm still trying to figure out what my character is actually. So
wait, Hannah, what did you tell me?
Hannah, this lady just completely ignored you. You're running up, yelling in her face, and she looks like she didn't even see you walk up.
And I'm like, hello, I'm the Divine Inquisitor of Tyr. Like, tell me what you're doing here.
Oh.
You just jumped onto the pier. You didn't even like check in.
All right.
I decided I wanted to change the scenery.
And Michaela, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw. If you don't have a character sheet, that's fine. Just roll a d20 and tell me what's on there, and we'll add some to it.
Can you roll one for me? Because I don't have my dice on me right now.
I can absolutely roll it for you.
You can roll it in the game. There's on the left side of the screen. There's a little thing that looks like a d20.
Oh, hey, d20.
We'll all be able to see what you roll. By the way.
Click and drag to roll the dice.
How does one do that? I don't have that cool option.
12.
Yeah, 12. She got 12.
All right. So as you're standing there in the dock, just kind of flabbergasted, not completely paying attention, this guy comes by with this large, box of whatever, and nearly knocks you off the pier. But you manage to like duck as you're a stealthy, awesome ninja, and you manage to not fall into the water.
Lovely.
All right. And again, it is morning time. You've been hanging on the side of a ship, so you might want to head somewhere to get something to eat. Just throwing that out there.
All right. I'm gonna grab the person walking closest to me, and I'm gonna not aggressively, but
I was gonna say, you grab this scared, little deckhand, and he is freaked out. He has no idea why this lady is grabbing him.
Not just kind of catch their elbow and just kind of ask them kind of quietly where's the closest place I could grab something to eat.
Oh, he's Rusty Dragon's down that way. That's where we all hang out after work. But I'm busy, lady, and pushes past you with his crate of apples.
Okay, then I guess I'll head towards
metallic dragons don't get rusty. From the backpack.
And I'm just like, hush. And then
I guess is Hannah still next to me?
I'm following you, and I'm just pestering you with questions as you're walking.
Okay,
you still are just
I'll tell her I'll tell Hannah kind of offhandedly look, lady, I'm going to get food. You can either come with me or stay here. Either way, I'm leaving. Because I know I'm probably gonna know she's following me, even if she is. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then head off to whatever that place is. Rusty Creek.
The
Rusty Dragon.
Dragon. Thank you.
Creek.
And 1 second to grab my.
Where is that at on the map?
If somebody wants to point that out.
Whoa.
Whoa. And you are inside.
Oh, I did that.
All right. Now, one thing that may or may not work with some of these is that. No, this is good. Because some of them have shapes like squares on them for grids, and I can't line them up. Give me 1 second here. All right, so this is the Rusty Dragon. It's full of people. There's a table with a bunch of mercenary-looking guys. So there's a lot more than are on here. Forgive my. There we go. And now you guys happen to all be in here, and I just need to try to get you all in here. So before we actually get all your characters in here, go ahead and describe what you're doing. Chase, you've been in here the longest.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm sitting at the bar, talking to the bartender, seeing if there's any points of interest that would be interesting for me to see while I'm here.
And again, he's very busy serving drinks. He's like, well, there's the Swallowtail Festival. It's after tomorrow, I think. It's going to be the thing everybody's here for.
Okay. Is there anybody beside me?
Yes. Yes.
I'd like to talk to the person on my left and see what they're all about. I want to ask them why they're here.
1 second. All right. Go ahead, man.
I put Michaela's character in a square and cleared out the background. So if you want to put her character on the screen in the messenger.
All right. Next to you, Caden, is a male elf. His name is Anos. He's got nice tailored clothing with pouches hanging all over his belt. He's quiet, doesn't say much, but you talk to him and he tells you that he's a bit of a merchant, a seller of things and a buyer of things, and he's here because this is where everyone is. And then he asks you, what brings you here?
I tell him I'm a cleric for Gorham, and he led me to this city. I have no clue why, but I just figured I'd ask around and see if there's anything that I could do in the city in my God's name.
All right, so let me get some characters here. All right. So everybody is in the bar, If you guys want to, feel free to jump in.
We are all in the bar?
I believe you went there for food.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
your character's not in here yet, but yeah, just
Oh, okay.
while I'm dragging people in, feel free to.
So are the people that are already like pictured in here, are they us?
No, those are just some random people that are in the bar. There's actually a lot more than that. There's an entire table. Let's see. Grab these. Control copy. 1 second. Hey, giants. All right, Ben, you should have control over that.
Yeah, give me. We're getting Hannah's character ready right now. I'll send that to you in just a moment.
Did you get the picture I sent in Messenger?
The awesome-looking ninja.
Yeah, use the picture I sent for her ninja because I put it in a square so it doesn't make the shape weird, and I cleared out the background.
All right. Controlled by. All right. You should have control over your character there. All right. So as you guys are meandering about the bar, getting some food or whatever, the large male bartender walks away and leaves, and this attractive young lady comes up and takes over bartending. We've got this table over here is full of, that's the mercenary guy's table, drinking heavily, even though it is not even midday yet. This table over here is a finer class of individuals, eating more food, not drinking quite as much.
I go up to the bar lady, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get like 3 pounds of raw beef?"
Raw beef?
Yes, please.
I mean, I can see what we can do. Sure. Hold on. Yeah, she goes and she gets. She's like, here you go. It's interesting, but that'll be 2 silver, I guess. It's not even cooked. Did you want like the finest meats or steaks, or I mean, this is just ground beef and cuttings left over.
It's fine.
Okay, here you go.
It's been like left out or anything, has it? It's been...
No, it's good meat. It's I mean, did you want steaks? I can get you steaks that are finer quality of meat.
Oh no, I want raw. Thank you.
Okay.
And then like I start to turn around, and then I'm like, "So what's up with you? What's your name? How old are you?"
My name's Amika, and I am 32.
Cool. You like that age? How's it?
Kaijitsu.
Do you like working in a bar?
Well, not only do I work in this bar, I happen to own the Rusty Dragon.
Oh,
wow. This is my tavern.
Entrepreneur at 32.
Terrible name.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, I have some family that's connected, and I won't lie, that's helped, get my off the ground. But a lot of hard work, and I've been working here since I was sweeping the floor. A little bit of fortune, and it's my bar now. It's not normally this busy. This is a a good season for me. But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Enjoy your raw meat.
Well, I'm gonna try and find like a dark corner to sit in, and I like pass it in pieces behind me.
Yeah, this would probably be the darkest corners over here.
Okay.
There's already a dude like kind of in the corner.
That's cool.
So,
I'm just gonna stare at him while I do it.
all right.
I eat noisily.
All right. You do attract some attention as it is a small bar, but it's people have seen weirder things, you know. Everyone, give me a perception roll, please.
Oh no.
Do I get disadvantage since I'm in a backpack,
You just don't roll.
or do I not roll?
Oh my goodness.
Hearing and smell and stuff.
Yeah, no, you would definitely be perceptive of certain things.
With disadvantage, I'm at 3. Oh, actually, I do have.
Is that a wisdom skill?
Wait a minute. I just rolled twice. They both suck. Wow.
No, so I'm at 7.
I apologize. Whose character am I missing here?
Not mine.
Hannah, do I have a character for you?
Ben's working on it.
You're missing Hannah's and Chase. I'm working on them now. I'll get them to you.
Okay. Oh, I've got one from Chase, but you're gonna send me a cutout one?
Yeah.
I got a 7.
All right.
Caden got a 20.
So, and, the golden dragon's name again?
Hector.
Hector.
All right. Hector is just smelling the meat and like, this meat is fantastic, and it's pretty good meat, even though it's the end of the cuttings. And Hannah, all your character can hear is like the chomping of this dragon, you know, devouring this meat behind you.
Classic Heck.
And Caden is just, you know, sitting at the bar, drinking his drink or whatever, and happens to hear one of the people at this fine table over here talking about how their journey into the city was quite bothered by these lizard creatures in the marsh, and how it would be nice if someone would do something about that. And you'd think the city would have, you know, it's the area around the town better taken care of. It's big Swallowtail festival, and they can't even clear out the, you know, basically a bunch of old guys just griping about things, you know.
Caden immediately gets up and goes over to them.
Okay.
I say, so I hear you had a problem coming into town.
Oh yes, no,
anything...
we nearly lost a man. I mean, these.
Sorry to interrupt. I just sent the other 2, so Hannah's and Chase's are in there now. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, somebody should do something. I tried to talk to a guard, and they just blew me off. They said, "It's the Swallowtail Festival, don't you know? We're ready," you know, and blah 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 about Manning and how they couldn't handle anymore, and it's busy, don't you know?
And Caden goes, surely the cleric of Gorham, the god of war, can solve this for you.
Oh, you're a man of action, you say?
Yes, sir.
Ben, I don't think this one for Grim is done. It's not cut out. I don't think so. If you want to check.
I sent you the wrong one.
All right, and the other gentleman, a bit of a rotund gentleman. He's already had a few drinks, even though it is early in the morning. Looks fairly wealthy, and stands up, and he's like, "It's about time someone said they would do something." He's like, "I have 5 gold for every one of those lizard heads you could bring back to me."
Ooh.
And throws down a heavy purse on the table and sits down and continues to drink his drink.
Caden continues and says, "If I do this, will you spread the word of Gorham in the city?"
He's like, the word of Gorham in the city. Sure.
Did we hear this since he's like shouting?
Oh, absolutely. This guy is boisterous, and he's been drinking, and everyone like kind of saw like this dude pick up this sack of money and slam it on the table. Like it was, everybody saw it.
I jump up and run over to him, and I'm like, "How much money are you giving?"
5 gold for every one of those vile lizard heads you can bring back to me.
There's no cap on that.
Whatever I have in my purse available for this, I could probably do about 5 of the beasts.
So you're saying 25 is the maximum?
Sure. Let's start there.
All right.
He's like, I could offer 100 a head, and no one would do anything anyways.
I don't know about that.
I'd do it.
I do it.
For 100 a head?
Caden looks in disdain at everybody.
Suddenly, like everyone in the bar is interested in these things. And the man goes back to drinking his drink, and he's like, "Would someone get me another drink?" And Amiku comes around and gets him another drink and says, "Is there anything else, sir?" He's like, "No, that's it. Go away." Okay. Yeah. Definitely very rude to Amiku.
Do you pay up front? Like, what if I get the lizard head, but then I die?
Then I would be grateful for your sacrifice.
But
and
no.
Gorum would be grateful of your sacrifice. He's like, "See, I got you covered."
Gorum.
I nod.
Gorum is amazing, and I will not let this man here can tell you better than I can. Please, sir.
Gorum is the god of war.
And cutting off lizard heads, for certain. He's like, "Do you see my leg?" And he pulls up his pants leg, and you can see this charring, almost like an electrical burn on the side of his leg. This looks horrible. And he's like, those things they got me.
I took out of the bag to see it.
Yeah, and it's nasty looking. And again, I mean, some people like kind of see it and look at it and what? Like do a double take at this, small gold dragon peeking out of a bag.
I thought everybody was looking at the leg.
Oh yeah, no, they were.
With my perception, would I be able to notice the gold dragon?
Here's your first player versus player. Ben, go ahead and roll stealth if you didn't want to make that super obvious.
It's a straight 12.
All right.
I can't see it unless I pop my head up.
I did a 7.
7. So yeah, you didn't even notice. This dude's gnarly leg is taking everyone's attention. Unless anybody else wants to roll perception to see if they saw this dragon pop his head out. Go ahead.
19.
Oh, you definitely saw it, and it was like this little like pop in and pop out like. I mean, he still had like some chunks of raw meat hanging out of the side of his mouth, and flips that in, pops back in his bag.
Can I like walk over and like see if I can stealthily actually see what it is?
You can certainly try. So you want to stealthily? Well, no. Tell me how you're gonna do that. Like you're gonna like stealthily look in this lady's backpack that's already like super suspicious of you. Go ahead.
I'm like, okay, so I think my character is gonna be a halfling, and so like with that, and so anyway, I'm gonna walk over to where I just saw the little head peek out. I'm like actually gonna investigate and see if I can like open it and like kind of look inside.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth if you're not trying to let this suspicious lady with the backpack notice that you're looking in her backpack.
Oh yeah.
18.
Dang.
So is that 18 for the perception?
18 for stealth.
Oh,
who's stealth?
You want me to roll perception?
Sorry, I didn't realize this.
Oh no, Michaela's rolling stealth to look in the bag, please.
And I'm rolling perception.
I'm like getting farther down into the bag though.
Is that what's happening? That's a 7 again. Guys.
I think. Okay, so Ben, are you inside Hannah's backpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you two just be separate for once?
Where's that bit? You're just in that campaign. And Kyle's. You have nothing to do with each other. I think you're trash.
All right. I'm gonna take a stab at this.
Are you literally taking a stab at my dragon? Because I will end you.
Kind of. Sort of. All right. So.
Wait a minute. So since Hannah rolled a 7 and I rolled a 9, does that mean that she didn't see me?
She did not see you. No, you totally like peeked in the bag, and you can't like see deep into it because it's a dark bag.
There's other stuff in there too. I would think.
And again, Hector, if you're trying to hide, you could roll stealth and hide.
Yeah, I
deeper in the
got
bag.
a 15 for stealth.
Oh yeah, no, you look in the bag and you're like, nope, there's just looks like some random stuff that she has, but she doesn't notice. She doesn't notice you looking
what
at
I
it.
just saw peek out of the bag.
What's
that?
So I'm just like very confused because I know I saw something peek out of the bag, but now I'm like, where the heck did it go?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like,
there's other stuff in there, so you're like, maybe it went further down, maybe, but.
Okay. Okay. What did John want to do? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
All right, my turn. Yeah. All right. So I'm seeing all this commotion going on, right? I'm curious now too. I want to know what's in the bag. So. I know I saw something
in the bag.
So yeah, so I see something.
It's
So
like a magic.
I'm not sure it's commotion.
I attempt to pull out my sword and then just slice just the backpack open to reveal the content.
You were slicing.
I'm very precise with my sword, so I would just cut the backpack.
The dice will tell.
I'm going to need you to roll an attack versus a backpack. So you'll hit it. The question is it going to be a clean?
Right. So D10.
No, go roll a D20.
I would think.
Oh! Oh, baby! Oh yeah! Here we go.
So you make this amazingly precise little cut, and nothing inside is damaged, but you do see like some golden scaly flesh inside, and then it moves away real quick.
Wait, did he like open up my entire his stuff falling on the ground? Like,
No.
Oh, yeah.
You rolled a natural.
Well, that's what he wanted to have happen.
Well, I mean,
You wanted to cut it open?
Would like spill out, right?
Yeah, his intention was to
Actually,
slice
wait.
the bottom
No,
of it.
okay, no, that'd be too aggressive. Because I'm the only samurai. So, I only cut it just to kind of like split it open, kind of like a rose, just kind of like so it blossoms, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, you see a bunch of stuff in there. You see a bit of scaly goldish skin, and then it like just disappears behind the stuff again. So if you're not trying to dump the entire bag out, and
Okay, so then I'm just gonna go up to Hannah's character, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, what's in the bag?
so at this
now everyone knows it's in the bag. 'Cause I just
I
slid it.
started asking questions first. You haven't answered any of my questions.
Because I don't know the answers to any of your questions.
Are you lost? Did you hit your head?
I am currently suffering from a slight form of amnesia.
That sounds serious.
at this point, the large, apparently wealthy man at the table seems to already have a headache, and is like, "Would you please just go kill like those things and bring them back? Because you are talking next to my table. You're still like right at his table, and he's just like annoyed that you're all by him now."
Caden starts to walk out the door.
I'm gonna look at Hannah and look at John, and then kind of be like shrug and like start walking out. Like, okay, I'll do it if nobody else will.
Yeah, I'll walk out.
Following me?
Yeah, constantly.
I'm gonna follow him too.
With a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I do need a magnet.
You're interested by the hunt?
Yeah.
Undulating.
Well, no, I'm following just because like I'm still curious. Obviously, I'm pretty committed to this backpack at this point. So I'm tagging along.
Hey, Caleb, can you move my dragon to the front so I can put it over top of Hannah's character?
Hold on
No.
1 second here.
Actually, I guess it kind of makes sense that it's in the back because it's hiding. So never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Although I need to be able to move her character as well. We're sharing a computer.
Not that character. Where'd you take her? Did she leave?
Oh,
Hannah's character.
hold it.
Hold on, I'm zoomed in here.
You move it?
Oh, you're like on top of somebody else here.
Ben.
Oh, that is okay.
That's hiding.
Oh, that's Hannah. I'm sorry. There you go.
Honestly, most of these things are gonna be absolutely useless because they like bump my charisma, but my charisma's still gonna be garbage.
All right. So I believe.
Hey, Caleb, just as a heads up, me and Michaela are going to leave at around, I guess for your time, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Just a heads up.
So probably don't want to get into combat tonight then, which works out because
Well, so like,
Okay.
all this stuff stats.
8 o'clock our time, so you got like 18 minutes.
yeah.
Okay. Minutes.
I know. Well, I don't think I even know.
You don't even know what.
Hiding that.
I know that there's a slash in my backpack. I rolled a 7. I don't know.
No, that was for stealth against what's her name?
That was for perception.
Or yeah, that was perception against Michaela's character, not against John's. John wasn't even
Okay.
rolling stealth.
I mean, Hector certainly knows. I'm sure he could
That's
let you
true.
know if he wanted to.
Yeah.
John got a natural 20, so I doubt you would have even noticed.
Yeah, that was a good cut.
It's true, actually, yeah.
It was for an attack, not for a
Yeah.
stealthy.
That's true.
Wow.
Well,
Two separate things.
Impressive.
But yeah, I have message as one of my cantrips, so I would just use that to let Hannah know that this guy just assaulted her backpack.
Sure did. Point it out to me. Are we outside now? We're outside now.
Yeah, I think everybody was heading outside.
Yeah, once we're outside, because I don't want to cause a scene in the bar.
All right.
Well, how busy is it out in the street? Like
It's
your
still pretty busy. I mean, all the streets are.
hubbub.
Yeah.
I'll wait then.
So the area he directed to you is out here past the Lost Coast Road. So are you guys all heading out that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
following it?
we're all kind of as a group now, I guess.
All right.
I mean, not that I have any say over where I go.
we didn't even know you exist yet.
All right. Let's see if we can.
Select.
All right. So there we go. Everybody should have their character. If you want, I say we got 15 minutes. Here you go. Is Caden able to move all right? You
Oh
got
yeah.
control?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, you found the version without the background. Good.
Awesome. And then Michaela, are you able to move your character?
Yep.
Excellent. Sweet. All right. Yeah, 15 minutes. Up to you guys if you guys want to get into something now or end early and leave it for next time.
I want to just leave it for next time since battle can take a little while.
Yeah, well, no, we can still, like, once we get out of the city, I think, introduce me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like you're walking through the woods and you're finally seem to be a group because nobody else was crazy enough to go heading into the marshes or even sober enough. But you guys head out there and yeah, so you guys got
So once
time to walk and talk.
I'll use my message cantrip to let Hannah's character know that the samurai slashed open her bag?
I'm like, hell no. And I pull Hector out of my backpack, and I go right up into John's face. And I'm like, what do you think you're doing? And I'm like, blow fire in his face.
I blow like a little tiny fireball. And it does 2 damage.
To Hannah's character or to
John.
John's character.
All right, you're gonna have to roll for an attack against John's flat-footed AC.
No, so he gets a dexterity saving throw against my fireball.
Against your fireball.
Yes, so he could reduce that to 1 damage.
Okay, so my eyebrows are a little singed.
Not your eyebrows.
So roll a
Just a little.
reflex save, John. Where's my? Oh, right there it is.
A 20, I think.
Yeah. What am I rolling? My D20?
Yeah, definitely get burned.
Yeah, a little bit.
So 2 points of damage. You can mark that on your non-cheat sheet so far. And
I don't think that'll be significant.
2 damage.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
At level 1, 2 damage is substantial.
Yeah, we don't have our sheets yet, so it's
Yeah.
funny.
So amazingly, it's just not. I mean, when you create your sheet, I mean, it gets left on the sheet for that guy, and it's a different guy that gets created. It's a shame.
Yeah, no. This is true. So one section I'll have a different guy.
All right. Did you guys want to? I mean, yeah. So like Jonathan, you just got a little singed.
It was a very, very small fireball. It was like an aerosol spray can. Just like.
So how do you guys react to seeing a tiny golden dragon come out of?
I'm gonna run up to him and be like, "Oh, he's so cute!"
Oh my gosh, isn't he? Look at his face.
I say no. He is a demon.
And then I'm gonna like swat at John and be like, "You stupid samurai."
All right, and Chase, you definitely see this too.
Caden walks up and says, "Hello, young one."
Okay, well then I'll say. Okay, so I'm raging mad at this point, right? You know? Right, I am going ballistic. Like I am ready to just, turn this thing into like a pair of boots, right? Yeah.
Is it big enough to be a pair of boots?
And then I'm just like, everyone's like, everyone's trying to convince me otherwise. So I'm just like, someone change my mind on this before I start this demon.
Hold me back! Hold me back!
Hold my hoops.
Hello, my name's Hick. I'm a golden dragon. It's nice to meet you. I talk to a lot of people. So she told me breathe fire, I breathe fire. That's just what I do.
This dragon's just like,
Oh, wake up in the morning.
yeah, okay.
Wait, Ben, can you speak to us?
Yeah, I'm talking right now. That's me.
You're not expecting this. I didn't know your character could talk, man.
Because I guess you haven't become majestic
I
yet.
actually speak 3 languages.
I was thinking your dragon was just gonna be like a Pokemon. I'd just keep repeating its name,
Ben has no real input to the game. He just gets
you
dragged
could,
around by Hannah.
formulate
spits
words.
little fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dragons are definitely an intelligent creature. Fully capable.
Yeah,
of
I can speak. I can speak Common, Draconic, and Celestial. All of them with a New Zealand accent.
I'm done.
Caden bows to the dragon.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I was like, oh, you.
I'm a majestic creature.
So is this like your pet?
Yes.
No.
Oh, Hannah! You guys always do this.
We do that.
I mean, sorry, yes, she is my pet. I misunderstood the question, but I've got it now. Thank you.
You can feel free to share your pet names for each other too. Like that's.
Yeah, my name's Hector. My friends call me Hick though. So
Your friends call you Hitler? What?
Hick.
Oh, Hector. Okay, Hector.
Hitler.
You know.
That's what I thought he said. His nickname is a bond amongst.
No. Okay, John is like this Chinese samurai, and from now on, he's just always gonna call him Hitler because that's what he heard.
No,
Can't
don't
be
do
a
that.
Chinese samurai.
Yeah, Japanese.
Japanese. That's what I mean. I'm sorry.
I'm a Mongolian samurai.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, I understand you're all a bit shocked, but it's nice to meet you.
Magic is this.
All right. So in our pre-session, you guys have managed to become a group already, headed into the woods for who knows what could be out there.
Lizard people.
No,
really.
anything. All right, and like I said, hopefully we're gonna try for next week. What time works for everybody?
Okay, so
Or what days don't work for people?
Any day but Monday.
like right after. Okay, so if we do want to like commit to Fridays, I'm okay with that. It's just gonna have to be like maybe a little bit later. So for you guys, it'd probably be like a little past 7 for start time for y'all. I mean,
Probably like 7:15, 7:30
yeah,
for you guys.
That works.
Sure.
yeah. If that's not too late for y'all,
Yeah, it should be fine as long as it's not like a 6-hour game.
well, I hope not.
So we're looking next Friday, 7:30. That works.
Okay, yeah, we'll commit to that.
Yes.
That work for you, Chase?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, it works for me.
All right.
Already home.
Sweet. I will mark my calendar.
Okay, you're still gonna need me and Michaela's character sheets then.
If you can, that'd be excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get
Oh
those
yeah,
done this weekend.
that's gonna be our project. We get official names for our dudes, not just Samurai Jack and
Not
Ninja.
Yeah.
Ms. Ninja.
No, we got the hard part out of the way. You guys are actually a group already, so it's nice.
March 2nd.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. March 2nd, 7:30 p.m.
Right, that was when we were originally going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I ended up actually going into work on a day I wasn't supposed to, but I was able to work and move my special day to Friday. So
Cool.
that's how I got Friday off, or today off, which works out nice because I'm working tomorrow. And I had to get a new truck, so
Saw that outside.
All fun
which
things.
is freaking awesome. Thanks everybody for being in. I'll be here if anybody wants to hang out and ask questions or anything. But if
I'd
you
probably
guys-
like to pick your brain for like 10 minutes here on
Yeah,
finishing up,
absolutely.
like character sheet a little bit.
All right. Well, me and Michaela, we're gonna get going then.
Sweet. Your project is to get a working webcam and a character sheet.
Yep.
So
Yeah, she's gonna have her brother. Her brother's like a computer engineer.
Yeah,
so-
Justin's a junior in computer engineering, so he's gonna try to fix it for me.
Cool. No, we love having you here. Thanks for logging on.
Nice meeting you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chase. Bye, Caleb.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. What you got for me?
Basically, like, I think I got my AC down, and I think I got hit points right. It's like 1d8 plus your Constitution modifier. Is that right?
Depending on sorry, say that again.
For the cleric, it said it's 1d8 plus Constitution modifier. Is
For
that right?
your hit points, that sounds.
Yeah.
So for your first one, I think you take the max as if you rolled max. You don't roll for your first.
Okay.
Your first level. Every other level, you'll roll for it, but your initial one, you just get max.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. And then I don't really understand the attacking. Like, there's like tons of stuff here.
So like a general like
getting your attack modifier, and I was watching some videos, but I still didn't really get like the gist of the Pathfinder.
Let me see if I can pull up your sheet here. All right, let me just print it out, make my life easier. But yeah, so you have a base attack, which will be in your character like level abilities.
Okay.
Class features when you look it up. Roll20 does not show this easily. Let me pull up another website here. All right. If you pull up that site, it'll show you as a first level cleric, your base attack bonus is 0.
Okay.
And so if you are doing a melee attack, you'll get to add your strength to your attack and your damage. So if you have like some kind of sword or axe or anything like that,
okay,
you get to add that. And then what is your strength is a 13, so that's +1.
Yeah.
So you'd roll your d20, you'd add 1,
okay,
and that would be your attack roll.
Okay. That makes sense.
And yeah, I can't print from here. But yeah, and so unless you had something else where it was like a weapon that gave you an additional bonus, like a magical weapon or a masterwork weapon,
then you just add that bonus as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the only other question I had was, how do you determine like your fortification save, reflexive save, and your will save?
So on that website I sent you, right after base attack bonus, it'll show as a first level your fort save is 2.
Okay.
And
okay, I got you.
So the only thing that wouldn't be there would be like your reflex save.
Yeah.
Because that would be based on your dexterity. Yes.
Okay. That'd be a big fat 0 then. Okay, that's all the questions I had then.
All right, and then you got your orisons picked out that you're starting with.
Yes.
I will say that was the only thing at the beginning level. I did wish I spent more time figuring out what orisons I got, because you use them all the time. It's one of your most powerful things because you can use it a lot.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to change them. So depending on your abilities, you might be able to change it like 1 at level 3 or 1 at level 5 and 1 at level 8. Okay. But you're kind of stuck with what you start with.
Okay.
So.
Okay, sweet.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Sweet.
Later. Have a good week.
Hey, you too. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
We're just hanging out. I don't know. We didn't have anything.
That's cool. Oh, this is good too. For systems. I can increase the speed.
All right. So we survived. One of the podcasts that I listen to a lot, like they have a running joke that's like every time they say session 0, take a drink, because they're like religiously fanatic about like, you need to have a session 0, you need to have a session 0. So I was like, I have to have a session 0. And then I just pulled one of their documents down and went through it real quick. So I hope that wasn't like horribly painful, and I tried to run through it without spending too much time, but so just to make sure we're somewhat on the same page, at least, was the idea.
Yeah.
This group is definitely easier than like if I just had 5 random people that I didn't know. So I actually had 2 people that were gonna join because I wasn't sure if John and Michaela were in for sure, and then I felt like a jerk because I had to kick them out of the group before it started.
Yeah.
Well, because I just listed it up on like the Pathfinder looking, and like 2 random people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'd love to play this Rise of the Runelords AP, but
Might have been terrible people. You don't know.
so I profusely apologize because I'm like I feel like a jerk, but I already had people that were playing and I messed up. But
Most of the people in the Adventurers Gamble I got from the Bad Christian Facebook group. I just like posted on there one day. I'm like, hey, does anybody play D&D? And a bunch of people are like, oh yeah, I do. And I'm like, oh, we should make a page. So most of them at least have some kind of a Christian background, so I know they're not going to be like crazy people generally.
yeah, no, I looked at some of Chase's stuff on Facebook. He's definitely anarcho-libertarian leaning.
Oh yeah, I think that was part of his character in my campaign, is that he's like his character's a libertarian or something. That might have been somebody else.
But hey, we made it through at least. So it wasn't. I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Are you sticking with higher?
I think so. I have to pick like a judgment, and I think I liked the justice judgment, and he's the god of justice. So it sounds like
you don't have to yell for justice every time you do something.
for justice.
It's for the Tyre Inquisition.
So are you going to be an inquisitor?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like an interrogator, basically, or?
Yeah, it's a cleric, but it's a little less. You don't have to be as like your deity isn't as important.
It's like in the Catholic Church, the people who went and hunted out heretics and witches.
Yeah, I'm basing this entirely off of the Monty Python sketch for the Spanish Inquisition. So I can only get up to 6th level spells, so it's not as good as a cleric.
You don't even get like orisons, do you?
I
Yes, you do.
do.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you don't get cantrips, you get orisons. Okay.
You get orisons, yeah.
Yeah, she uses not the cleric spell list, but it's similar to the cleric spell list more than the wizard one. Yeah. So I'm looking at Chase's character sheet from my campaign. He's got it good, but in ideals, he wrote, "Freedom is the most important thing in life." So he's your kind of guy, I guess.
There you go. I was like, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he's the rogue in my campaign. Halfling.
Nice. But your ninja's like a rogue, right?
Yeah, isn't it like a hybrid class type deal?
No, I think it's a base class.
I would think.
Guess I don't know what it would be like a hybrid. I don't know.
Rogue and fighter?
Maybe.
Super rogue?
Maybe.
Super rogue.
Black powder inquisition. Big gunsmither.
Yeah, it's a base class.
That's what about samurai artillery?
Yep.
Yeah. It'd be funny if John was like a witch and then I was a witch hunter. That would cause problems.
The ninja is an alternate class for the rogue core class. Assassination and misdirection.
let's see the moment of truth